Good morning.
Good morning.
It's rainy. It's pouring. The old man is pouring. It's gonna be a rainy one again today. We're in the rainy season, but that's okay. Bless you. What's that person doing? Did you see them?
What?
There was a person alongside the road back there. They were covered up with plastic bags and stuff, and I almost didn't see them. They had a plastic bag over them, like a garbage bag, and then a bag over their head. Think they're homeless?
Probably homeless, trying to stay dry. Seems like you'd find a bridge.
Times like that are times that when you have a jacket, or you have an umbrella, or you have a tent laying around your house that you haven't used. That makes me sad that things that we own as Americans are going to waste because they can be used for people like that if that person really is homeless.
The sad thing is you got a country like this. A lot of times people that are homeless are good people that got in a bad situation, or people that aren't mentally all there because they don't know how to function in society. It seems to me in a country as rich as America, you'd find a way to help those people. But the ones who end up homeless are the ones who need it the most.
And sometimes those who end up homeless, I mean, it's not that they chose to be that way or anything. They were living their life, they were working a job, and then all of a sudden they got laid off from their job and their funds ran out because they were living paycheck to paycheck. And that's a lot of what happens in America. You've got people out there who are really trying to do what, do for their family and help their family out by having a job.
A lot of homeless people are retired vets.
Yeah, and that too. I've noticed that a lot. That the veterans
don't know how to function in society anymore.
Yeah, the veterans who fought for us, for our freedom, are the ones who are homeless and going without, being able to see a doctor or things like that because of policies or because they're not right, like Rod was saying. Something's happened to them while they were fighting. All right.
Well, this has been an upsetting morning.
Yeah.
We almost hit a little puppy when we were going down the parkway. So the guy next to us wouldn't stop and almost hit him. We didn't know where he lived or anything. Then we saw a homeless guy laying in the grass with bags over him, trying to stay dry. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, peeps. We got drenched. It's a downpour.
Raindrops keep falling on my head when I'm trying to work, and I just wish I was dead. I hate the little rain. Oh, I hate to work in the rain. Yes, I hate it. Wish I was dead.
No, you don't. You big tuber head. It's starting to let up now a little bit. I see blue skies. See blue skies smiling at me.
I think
Nothing but blue skies.
The blue skies are taunting us.
They are.
I probably should watch the road.
Yes, you should. Watch the road. Alright. See you later, alligator. What'd you just do?
I'm making...
What'd you tell me? You had to be a housewife?
I'm a housewife.
And what'd you do?
I made some French toast.
You made some French toast. Looky there, he made French toast all by himself. You did it. You survived it. To every man out there in the world, you can do it. See? He did it all by himself.
Alright, it looks good. Tastes good.
You already tasted it, didn't you?
I use sugar-free syrup. This is the best kind of sugar-free syrup, Mrs. Butterworth.
Yay!
Delicious. You're getting some carbs in your bread, but what am I going to say?
What are you going to say?
Since you got that on, maybe we should clarify a little bit of yesterday's vlog.
Okay.
Testimony Tuesday.
Okay.
Had some feedback. Some from my family. I want to just say that nobody in my family was to blame for my... Battery went dead, so we had to move positions, change some batteries. Yesterday, I talked quickly, just to recap, in case you didn't see yesterday's vlog. I talked about, at one point in my life, me and a friend of mine, I kept saying we, we is a friend of mine that went through this with me. We were roommates. We actually would get food out of the trash at McDonald's because we were hungry. We were homeless for a while, didn't have any food, so we went to McDonald's and waited on people to throw food away. But what I wanted to tell you is, my family expressed some guilt over that. And you need to know, as my YouTube family, that my biological family had nothing to do with the choices I made. Those choices were all mine. I made bad choices to get myself in those positions, and it's only by the grace of God that I made it through that time in my life. Yes, there were terrible, terrible times, and you know, some of my other family members went through some hard times too. You know, my sister was telling me about some of her hard times that she went through. But I want you as my YouTube family to know, and my Facebook family, that my family had nothing to do with me being homeless, and I believe that it was just all my own bad decisions. There were other things that we went through. I mean, the house that we were in right before we were homeless, one side of it burned out, and they padlocked the house, so we actually had to break back in the house to have a place to sleep. It was wintertime. It was wintertime, and all we had was a kerosene heater that was kind of dangerous. And I woke up one night in the middle of the night really cold, and I found myself with my arms around the bottom of this kerosene heater. And we're just trying to struggle and stay warm and do anything we could to survive. There was a 2-week period of time where all we had was just a bag of unpopped popcorn, and we would pop it up and eat that once a day and try to survive that day. So I know that it sounds horrible and everything, but I want you to know that God gave me grace through every trial that I went through. And these trials made me stronger and made me realize that every good thing comes from God. And if you don't realize that, I want you to know that it's true. That's what the Bible says. That's what I've learned from my experience. All the good things in our life come from God. And if you don't know Him today, you need to know Him, because He'll just take you from total misery to total happiness. And I'm not saying you're not going to have stress in your life, but I'm telling you that when you're going through it with Jesus, you have happiness. And that's what I wanted to clarify with you all, that Jesus is love and happiness, and He'll get you through any trial that you're going through. All you have to do is ask Him into your heart.
And I want to add too, because I know that we've heard some people talk about this, and I think we've even felt it in our own lives, that we think God is punishing us when we go through something that seems bad or horrible or whatever. And I think based on what I've read in the Bible, and I think that Rod would agree with me, that it's not God punishing you. We punish ourselves because we hold guilt for what we've done in our lives, or what we didn't do, or what we should have done. And I think that is where grace comes in. You know, we ask God for forgiveness, and He forgives us, and He forgets about it as far as the east is from the west. But in our human minds, it's hard for us to realize that we, you know, that God has really forgiven us about that. So we carry that guilt with us. We lay it down at Jesus' feet, but then we pick it up and carry it with us again and again and again and again and again and again. And you know, God does want us to learn lessons from things. So sometimes He lets us be tried and put through the fire so that we come out better on the other side, and so that we learn from those mistakes. And so don't, you know, if you're going through something in your life right now, don't think that God's punishing you for it. God just wants you to learn a lesson maybe from it, or He wants you to be stronger, or He may even want you to share it as a testimony with somebody, you know, to help them through their time in their life that is difficult. And we've had several of those, and those are going to come in the next couple of Tuesdays, and we may even do it on Thursdays too, just because there's so many testimonies, and there's a lot of people asking, you know, about those testimonies and stuff like that. But we'll elaborate a little bit more on our testimonies and things that we've been through and things like that. But I want you to know my favorite verses are, and I call them my life verses, and God gave them to me. It's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And if you have a Bible, go look it up and read it. And the first part is, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. So you have to trust God. You know, you trust in the chair, that you're going to sit down in the chair, and the chair is going to hold you. but yet we fail to trust God that God's going to provide for us or bring us through whatever. And I don't want any of you out there saying that I'm a woman preacher, because I'm not. I'm just sharing with you my heart, and I believe that we are allowed to share our hearts with you.
Amen, sister. Preach it.
You're funny, boy.
She preaches to me all the time.
He says that's what I'm doing, but, you know. Anyway, we want to thank you guys again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving us the thumbs up. Continue to do so if you like it. Thanks for all the comments. And we want to give a shout out to Colleen, I believe, but I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
From Blue Ash, Ohio.
From Blue Ash, Ohio. It's
Thank you for watching.
either Kid or Kitey. I'm not sure. Forgive me if I butchered that. But anyway, we wanted to give a shout out to her because she came over to our channel, subscribed, and watched some of our videos. And so we wanted to give you a shout out. So keep watching. Keep sending your friends over, your family over. Subscribe to our channel and share our videos. If you really enjoy them and you really like them, share them on your Facebook page. You can do that on YouTube.
And remember, I love you, you love me, we're a YouTube family. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give your dog a bone. I forget the rest. This old man came rolling home. And we're out.
Good night. Hutchwho!